Hey everyone, welcome back to Black Sails, episode 2. In the first episode, we were introduced to a whole host of characters. Mostly we revolved around Captain Flint and his efforts to not avoid a mutiny, but kind of win the crew around to his side. He had been secretly chasing this ship that had lots of treasure. So I'm not exactly sure what the details of this big bounty is, but let's just say for the moment it's a ship and it's got a lot of gold on it. But he didn't want to tell the crew, so they were thinking, we're going on these stupid little missions, we're not getting paid too much, maybe it's time for a change. And this other guy was like willing to step in. So at the end, the captain had this big fight with the guy, won the fight, and was open with the crew. He was like, here's what's going on, here's what we're going to do, and by hell, even if we die, we're going to go and get it. So he won them round, and we're off now on our adventure. We also had John Silver, who is pretending to be a cook at the moment, but he also has smuggled away inside his jacket information that would make it easier to track the passage of the ship. And I don't know if he's going to use that as a bargaining chip or if he met this girl on the Bahamas. She's looking to maybe sell the information. So I don't know if he's going to be in league with her or if she's going to double cross him, or there's a lot of things up in the air with that. And we were also introduced to the Guthrie family, who seem to be like a middleman between the pirating world and the real world. So they can sort of smooth over the connections between that. Yeah, Flint basically kidnapped head Guthrie guy, and he brought him on board the ship, and yeah, that's where he is. And his daughter, meanwhile, is running things in her own place, and I think we'll get more details about her and her relationships with different people. She seemed to have a relationship with one of the other captains, Vane, I think his name is, and the girl who's also in league with John Silver. And there's a heap more of extra characters whose names I don't know. I think one of them's William and one of them I don't know the names, but I will eventually, and bear with me. Let's get into episode 2. It should be a good adventure on the seas again, and hopefully some backstabbing and scheming and just fun. That's what I'm looking for. Try to pick up some names. Doop. Spent the night together. There's going to be nakedness in the show. No complaints, just an observation.
Then they blockade the island, choke off trade.
She feels her days are numbered, inevitably, but...
Perhaps you can buy this place. Max could be your partner. There is no finer host in the world.
How
Max
will
is her
Mr.
name.
Noonan feel when he hears of this plan?
Girl with that.
Says he wants to be the first one Flint sees when it's done.
Bane and Sneaky Guy.
Do you really think it is a good idea to open up what are, to be fair, depleted reserves and start spending money we haven't earned yet?
Yeah! Open them up! Spend it! This guy. Billy. Do you want to see the blank piece of paper?
Jesus.
That's his reaction to it. He'll talk to the captain. He's the only one who can talk back to the captain without pissing him off properly.
We don't like thieves.
What'd you say?
You shouldn't steal.
Absolutely not. I'm a simple cook.
Not now.
Still some
Be stupid.
dissenters in the crew.
Someone on that deck out there is our thief.
That was quick. Whoop. He's got to stash it away somewhere. And then bargain. That's what I do. So that they don't kill him straight away.
Where the fuck is he going?
He didn't even get to... Ow.
That kid must really want to get laid.
For Max. This.
Did you just pay for Max? I guess Max was at a commission for a night.
Crew of 10.
Good morning, Captain.
Hello.
What are you up to, Jack?
It's been a development.
Jack.
He's asking 5,000 pesos for a chance at 5 million.
Find me when Singleton's back and it's done.
Might be waiting a while. Singleton's had a bad day. Huh? Couldn't they just order them back? Or, I don't know. Don't wait around for them. Get to it.
Hey, friend, can you point me to the blacksmith? Point to the butcher. In the square. I need a new shirt.
Is he trying to throw them off to where he's actually going?
Hey! Anybody know where the cook went?
That bitch keeps you all to herself.
And she pays for the privilege.
Don't let me interrupt. Wait your fucking turn! We have a problem. Flint's onto me.
And so you come here? What if you fucked me?
After I get payment, we meet at the boat in the cove and leave tonight. Unless there's something else keeping you here.
True love.
I run the operation here alongside my retainer, Mr. Scott.
A schoolgirl and a sugar monkey.
Ooh, racism.
Because the last fool who turned it down was never seen or heard from again.
James Bridge of the Demeter.
Careful.
Charles Vane of the Ranger.
What do you think? He's heard the name.
The Negro gentleman that takes our goods, does he?
Okay, Vane's name is worth something. Certainly persuasive in a bartering situation.
That wasn't necessary.
But fun nonetheless.
I stopped providing you with intelligence because I don't like the way you run your ship. Your men are undisciplined, unruly. For as much money as they bring in, they cause twice as much damage. They're fucking animals. You encourage it.
Flint's so weak he needed protection from you, and I'm the poor investment.
Either you're under the illusion that with Flint gone, I have no other choice than to give you what you want, or you think because you and I used to fuck, you can cross me without any consequences.
Well, they still don't know that Flint is perfectly fine.
Son of a bitch. You made it.
Turns out Mr. Singleton was unfit for command.
Vane won't be too happy.
We are more...
Vane? They're gonna have a showdown at some point. Maybe not this episode or this season, but eventually.
What the fuck happened on that ship?
Tits.
Correct?
Plant. It's the fucking same.
Watch this.
As I explained, this is the work of Adrian Hanlon, a masterwork, unmistakably. This
But this one,
is an abomination. To suggest that the value of one has any bearing on the other simply strains the very bounds of reason.
he's like, they look the same to me.
Feet.
When you sent me with the captain to Harbour Island, you told me to restrain him if he tried to go too far. Flint baited him into that fight, then he killed him.
You lied to protect the crew. You know what's coming. We can't thieve forever.
One last job and then
Flint
we're
said,
out.
It's a man that they...
Where?
The brothel.
The brothel.
The brothel.
Mr.
Oh.
Gates!
Guarded by the Hatful.
boys!
Oh,
And Bonnie standing guard.
Bonnie.
200 pieces of eight at any clearinghouse in the civilized colonies.
Okay.
Sure I can't suck your cock while you do that?
Would you mind?
My father's under arrest.
A fugitive, technically. I have him on the Walrus.
Once news spreads of Mr. Guthrie's arrest, our operation here will no longer be viable. No
Be chaos.
legitimate port will have us.
Let me tell you a story about a Spaniard named Vasquez.
Here we go. The ship.
Why?
Hey.
Well, my partner has the page.
What?
Mr. Singleton is not the seller, I assure you. Again.
Get the fuck off!
I need a weapon. Yeah,
Intervene. Go on.
Perhaps a heavy shoe.
That'll do.
That'll do.
She isn't lying, Charles. Flint is.
What?
He lost the page. So what does he do? He bluffs. He makes Singleton the thief and kills him to prevent counter
Exactly, Jack.
Putting it.
Oh, Jack's too smart. He knows what's going on. He's sort of giving the signal. It's gonna be stuck in him, or is he okay? Blood?
Unless Mr. Singleton rose from the grave to eavesdrop on us, it would appear she's telling the truth.
The Urca de Lima.
That's correct.
You're talking about a floating castle. No one has ever taken a treasure galleon like that as a prize.
Let me worry about hunting her. Ghost tells him to pick up an oar and walk inland until somebody mistakes that oar for a shovel. For that would be the place that no man had ever been troubled by the sea. And that's where he'd find peace. In the end, that's all I want.
Peace.
To walk away from the sea and find some peace.
Tobiah, we missed the thief, but he's using a whore as a go-between. I left Billy to keep an eye on you.
Do you know anybody who might know something? Maybe? I wonder how the real cook would have handled the situation. If he'd survived. He'd probably be dead by now.
If the page isn't delivered to Vane, he will kill me.
It's complicated now.
I can protect you. What?
I have a boat waiting. I will have enough money for us to start new.
But I can't leave here.
Why not?
I've spent my life trying to build something here. It's all I have. I can't just walk away.
It is not all you have. I love you.
Miss Guthrie.
Don't think she's ready to just up and leave her entire, organization.
Start this very minute. All you have to do is say yes.
It's too sudden.
Come in. Max, I need you to tell me where the page is.
Well, she doesn't have it, so...
And if I don't, then what?
This doesn't have to go badly.
I want her to say it. Say it.
Money over love?
The Rex at sundown.
She just need to be beaten.
Max, please.
Get the fuck out.
Betrayed by the only person she cares about. If they'd always talked about getting away from everything, and if only we had a solution, then maybe she would have considered it, but... He's so wily and slippery.
The pulse.
Hello.
He says, you give me the pulse. Did he say?
He's so careful.
No. I want him out here.
And now you can hear me! You want your money, you show your fucking face!
The fact that unless we give this fellow the purse...
I have a feeling this is what would have happened to John, too. Vane takes what he wants.
Now! Come out here and face me!
Next guy?
He says, you can be the pulse.
This is hilarious. How many more do you want to send out? How many more do you want to kill? Oh! Jig is up. He's in the center of everything now. He's the slippery one. But what's his play now? Where does he go? How about just memorize it into your brain and then burn it? I think this is what's going to happen. Into your brain and burn it. Into your brain and burn it. Too late, Jack. That's not him. Ew. There we go.
Where's the page?
So we should go.
Where have you hidden it?
You're looking at it. For the sake of my survival.
It's the only play he had.
Your schedule is up here.
Welcome aboard. Now, write it all down or we'll kill you.
You don't have to do this.
She moving out.
Will you help me?
Distraction? She's just wiggling. Bonnie, however, notices everything. She can't be wiggled at.
Do you mind if we stash him here for the night? Billy can stand guard.
Billy gets all the best jobs.
I need to do this. I need it.
He's with her all the way. He mightn't like it.
Please,
What else is he gonna do?
stay with me.
All right.
Yeah. Where's he up to? He's going inland to find that spade of his. Hello. Who are you? Relative of some sort?
Take off your boots. I'll boil some water.
Just gonna get some peace for a while. It has been a hectic episode of Chase. This is episode 2 of Black Sails. I like the feel of the show. It keeps you entertained, and although the stakes are high, they're also it's also sort of funny, you know. Especially when they were chasing John across the island, and then he was like trying to get them off his tail, so he was asking directions from different people for different places, so that, you know, it made sense. It was funny. That's smart. And then when he wanted to meet Vane to give over the schedule, he was like, I'm just going to send these guys, send them all in as my go-between. It was good. So we've got John, we've got Flint, we've got Guthrie, Max, we've got Billy, we've got Bonnie, Jack, Vane, we've got Mr. Scott. It's a lot. There's a lot of names, and they're mostly in here now. The first 2 episodes have done a good job of naming people, giving them all like little quirks so that you can identify them. All different motivations, different allegiances and loyalties. I feel like it's going to be a race between pirate captains to get this treasure ship. Although at the moment it seems like Flint has all the actual information to do it. He's got silver, and he's got a loyal crew and a ship, and he's got the head start in all of this. Is it just going to be the first season at this mission, or is it going to be the whole thing, or is it going to be finished in the next episode? No. Yeah, good second episode. Nice little chase, and I like the way they handled it. He was trying to get rid of the information, get his money and run, but all avenues were being cut off, so he couldn't do that. So, yeah. Next episode, I imagine we're going to be back at sea. But I don't know. There's still a little bit more that needs to be done before they head back out, I think. It'll be interesting how forthright and forthcoming Silver will be. Feels weird calling him Silver. John? I'll wait for them to start calling him something, and then I'll call him that. If you'll just feed it to them piecemeal. I don't know what's on that page. I don't know exactly what the pertinent information is, but it was good. He memorized it, he burned it, just like I thought he would. At that moment, I hadn't a clue what he was going to do, but when he was sitting at that fire, I was like, you know what? This is what he should do. So let's hope he has a good memory, and there weren't too many coordinates or anything like that he had to commit. Yeah, I'm looking forward to episode 3. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you back here for the 3rd episode. I don't know, in a few days, or a week, or a month, or, I don't know. We'll see. Yeah. See ya.